Welcome back to episode number 6 of Talk Some Rasslin with Randiesel300. I am here with everybody's least favorite referee. So everybody feel free to put your thumbs up and at the loudest decibel possible, boo this man. Ref
Isn't
Shawn.
that thumbs down? Isn't that thumbs down? Boo! Boo, Shawn! Boo! Boo, you, Shawn! Boo, you suck! Give us another ref! Boo, boo, boo! All the time.
Uh, love you, Shawn. Thanks for
No, I
joining
love
us
you,
today.
brother.
We're going
No,
to
thanks
talk
for
some
having me.
wrestling.
I'm excited to be here. This is going to be
Yeah, so what have you been up to?
uh, today, personally, was a busy day. I had training this morning at the Pro Wrestling Academy. I stupidly took a bump kind of bad and hurt my ankle. It's not nothing crazy. It's just gonna get a little swollen. It hurts to step right now, but other than that, it's gonna be fine. And then today, Liam and I we do the Turnbuckle Tapes podcast, which typically focuses on TWF in the local scene. However, since TWF didn't have anything running and we didn't have a an interview lined up, we just decided to do a retro review, and we just spent 3 hours talking about WrestleMania 2000.
That's awesome. I will be checking
Dude,
that out.
oh my God, this show is nuts. The only thing I will give you a little bit of a preview about in our podcast is there is this spot during the show that is the World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Division's Last Supper. Like it literally is Jesus sitting with his disciples before he gets crucified, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had everybody involved in that match, correct? Wasn't that it was just a
13
clusterfuck of
people plus.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The
Exactly.
2000, is that the four corners, McMahon in every corner? That was
That was the main, correct. It's the McMahon in every corner with Foley coming out of retirement after being beat by Triple H with Show and Rock and Triple H and all that shenanigans.
right. Yeah, I haven't watched that one in a while. I'll have to go check it out and
Dude,
then
I
listen.
haven't watched it in a while, and it is. There's some that show is a time capsule. That is the best way to describe that show. That is a time capsule.
Is that also the one that opens up with the Godfather tag team match with who's he
Yep,
with? Is it D'Lo?
Godfather and D'Lo against what I like to joke was the Shield because they're dressed just like the Shield. It's Big Boss
Oh
Man.
yeah, Boss Man, and
They literally look just like the Shield.
they did. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all I remember is the bookends. I remember
Yeah,
Godfather. I mean, well, like you said, a time capsule. I'm sure Val Venus probably makes an appearance.
does
Maybe.
does he? Oh my,
Great,
oh
great
my!
characters.
Oh,
Some of
dude,
the best times.
the whole show from up to down is nuts. Liam and I had a good time reviewing it. Well, talking about it, actually reviewing that show was a chore because there's so many multi-man matches. Like I would write something down, 3 moves would happen. I have to pause and go back to make sure my notes are right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I think about doing review shows and finding somebody to kind of go over stuff, but I'm like, man, that's just a lot of work to take the notes on something. I do
Dude,
better off my memory, you know,
if you do it, get a show where it's mainly one-on-one matches.
right? Or something that I'm so familiar with, I don't even need to go take notes. You know,
Exactly. Way easier to
fix.
cover. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So speaking of, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite WrestleMania?
Favorite WrestleMania? I mean, I'm a product of the Jackass era, the late '90s, early 2000s. So, I mean, WrestleMania 17 is the mecca of all WrestleManias.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. The Jeff Hardy Edge spot, right?
the
Toronto.
Party Head spot, which they teased at WrestleMania 2000, like that match is totally just building blocks for the next 3 or 4 matches. There's the Jeff Hardy Edge spot.
RVD, yeah, Regal, great.
Raven almost knocking the pay-per-view broadcast out in the golf cart.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And was that no? That wasn't the one when the Hardcore Championship kept switching hands throughout the night. That
That's
was
that's the very next year.
the next year when Christian slammed the door on Molly Holly.
She just turns right into it, just takes a back bump onto the carpet. Christian pins her. Yeah, that was
So
the next.
yeah,
What about you? What's your favorite Mania?
Oh god, well, 17 was a lot of fun. I mean, that one probably would be 17 or like 6 because it was my first one. You know, like that's the one that I watched and like I could just tell you every match on the card,
But
every all the stupid, I was on with primetime Zach Reeb and Paul Isadora the other day, and they were just cracking up because I was giving all this praise to Coco Beware versus Rick Martel in the opener, and they were like, "You're the first person that's ever going to praise that match," and I'm like, "Well, that's the first match
I
that
ever, oh,
that taught me to be a red. Like that's where I learned everything. That's where I learned." You got to get to the rope to break a submission. That's where I learned you don't go to the well one too many times. That's where I like so many different things from that match just set the stage for 50 years later, and so
we are still
yeah,
talking
here we
about this
are thanks to
business.
them. But yeah, so I love that pay-per-view because it had so many good like the matches, like comparing match to match, like there's really no comparison between 17 and 6 because it was all about Hogan Warrior and the rest of the card was kind of like it was good, like everybody kind of did their thing, but like I can't pick a match where I was like, oh man, that match blew me away. Like Brutus Beefcake and Perfect wasn't nothing spectacular, but that was my introduction to Perfect.
You're
And
right.
like, oh my God, he's awesome. He's amazing. The way he takes bumps and flips out of the corner and like everything that he did. And then Dusty and Savage and just being introduced to this whole world of, Bolsheviks and Heart Foundations and Orient Express and so many, just people that for the next couple years I heavily was influenced by, so it's different. But for match styles, yeah, like you got RVD and Regal and Stone Cold and The Rock when Stone Cold turned heel, and
So
I
for
also
you,
like the next one too. So that was Austin and Rock's last.
no, that
Was
was
that
their second.
18 or
17
is
was
that
their
9?
second. 17 was their second. 19 was their third. They had
Okay, so
they had a
19 would probably be my next favorite. I think those are
19
probably,
is awesome.
yeah, like so many good matches on that card.
That card is stacked. That card is nuts.
Those would probably be my top three.
I'm
17 and
wondering,
19 for the matches, and 6 for just the nostalgia of all of it.
I'm wondering about something since 6 was like your first exposure to everything. That's when Andre leaves. That's his last
Yeah,
match.
when Andre slaps
So
Heenan, yeah.
you
Like I
had
knew I had watched WrestleMania 5 bits and pieces with my cousins, tried to get me into like the whole Mega Powers handshake and like I remember watching stuff here and there, but I was always wanting to like go do something else. It was just like, yeah, it looks cool. I could get into that, but it's kind of goofy and it's kind of stupid, this old handshake. Like I don't buy it. And then it took like another year for me to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to buy. Well, I mean, I am. It helps if you can immerse yourself, but you don't have to believe it. You can go into it being like, yeah, this is going to be total dog shit or total crap. But if I go into it with the right frame of mind, I'll love it.
yeah,
So I don't know. It was just kind of weird.
like
So yeah, Andre. Yeah, I didn't know Andre until he slapped Bobby Heenan and jumped in the cart and
it was
rode
gone.
out.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
So it's crazy, and Haku, like he was no big deal to me at the time. I was
Yeah,
like, because he, but now going back, I'm like, man, he carried this match. Like Demolition was all right, but man, Haku
no,
really
was working
crescent
really hard on
kicks and
that.
all
Yeah,
his,
yeah.
he's so good. But I didn't get it then, But yeah, I can go back and watch that event anytime, and I can tell you like every single. I probably sat there and like wrote down the names to every move, high cross body and thrust kick and crescent kick and clothesline and like just trying to really dissect what the commentators were saying and just yeah, it was awesome. It was a great world to learn. Still learning.
I
Still
know,
trying
right?
to learn
I
moves and
every day learning something about this silly business.
yeah. So you excited for this Saturday?
I am this Saturday, Next Level Pro Wrestling at the WrestlePlex. It is what's the show? Baptized in Blood? Yeah,
Yes.
Baptized in Blood.
Yep.
We got 5 or 6 matches announced right now so far.
Yeah,
Um,
which is light for a next level show. So
yeah, so a little bit of changes. We're doing some dark matches,
I
some
saw that. I was going to
So
ask you about that.
so we'll be opening doors a little bit earlier than normal. I think we're doing two dark matches, and then we're only doing 9 matches on the main card. So it's going to be a little bit of a lighter next level show than
Okay,
typical.
but that's
I
still good. It's still
I
a lot.
personally like this.
Yeah.
Um, why I like this is, as a wrestling fan, one of my biggest critiques of Next Level's product is the way the wrestlers get presented. And what I mean by that is they're still presented as good wrestlers. It's they'll be on one episode in a whole month, and they're not back on again for another episode, just because of the way that the formatting works.
Right.
So if we cut down a little bit, these guys can be on multiple times a month instead of once a month, and then back on again next month.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what I noticed as a viewer watching Next Level. Like, oh man, I really like so and so. I really liked his match. I really liked his moves. When can I see him again? Oh, he's not on TV till next month. Oh, so I like that we're kind of changing up the format a little bit. I think this will allow better stories to be told, and it won't give as it won't give as much exposure to more people, but it will give better exposure to those who were on the show.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense, and that's how it should be. The top guys and keep
It's not
keep
necessarily
innovating.
talking about the top guys or bottom guys. It's just making it a little more coherent, making it a little more. I don't have to wait till at max 6, 7 weeks to see what happened with my favorite wrestler on the show.
Right. That's awesome. So, what are you looking forward to Saturday night? You got
A couple things I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I am looking forward to the Blacklight Shawn Sims match, the monster against the superhero. They've been going back and forth on social media quite a bit recently, so looking forward to seeing that one. I'm really interested in the Jason Hastings and Top Shot Travis Alexander getting a tag team title match against Sin and Vargas. I Be interesting to see if Commodore's hired goons do their hired goon things against the them giant boys over in Asia.
right. Yeah, that's
Uh,
quite a matchup for the tag team titles, I believe, too. Right? Are on the
quite
line in that
the,
one.
the
Chaos. Yeah. So,
the titles are on the line. Chaos Inc. is defending their tag team titles, so those titles are on the line. Boss Blacker has an open challenge. So that'll be interesting to see what he's doing.
yeah, he
Uh,
never learns.
Chucky against JT. He never wins. Chucky against JT Thorne for the TV title. That was the first match that got announced. That's exciting. And then recently announced was Myra, CDE, and Irish Rose Kelly Page for the Valkyries Championship. So we're stacked up with title matches so far. We'll probably see a couple more matches announced. Like I said, we're running 8 to 9 matches on the main show, couple matches on the dark matches.
Yeah,
I'm
I know they
really
got the
excited.
cruiserweight too
Oh, yeah, that's right. Don Too
with
Flashy
Loopy.
is defending his title against El Chupacabra. I forgot that has been
Yeah,
announced.
that's gonna be fun.
That's going to be fun. Don, oh dude, Don. So I have to sing this kid's praises because in training and in matches, his facial reactions are some of the best I've ever seen. He gets all bug-eyed, ah! He gets punched in the face.
Yeah, yeah. He brings a sense of reality to it. Like, oh
He,
shit, what did I get into? Or you can
yeah,
feel it. Yes. Yeah, I
he
like him a lot.
I got here.
Yeah, Tom Dickinson was telling me that El Chupacabra is undefeated in the WrestlePlex, which I didn't know, or
He
maybe
is
in recent history, maybe. But yeah, they're like, "When's the last time you seen him eat a pin?" Or and I was like, started going through all of his matches, and it's like, yeah, I guess I haven't. So this is a chance for Don Too Flashy to really establish himself as a true, cruiserweight, take Choopy out of his, you know,
Don.
process.
Don's got a local cruiserweight ace coming at him, and Don's going to try to prove that he belongs up in there in the upper
Right.
echelon of cruiserweight aces here in the NorCal area. So he's got the task ahead of him. Chupacabra's got the experience on him. He's been in this game forever. Flashy's only been in the game for a year, maybe two now. Young boy coming up on the game, but Definitely an interesting match. Definitely old guard against the new guard. Should be
Right.
interesting to see how those two interact. Um, both of them, both one likes to pee, the other one likes to do the Bronco Busters. So a lot of phallic things.
Oh yeah. Man, that is gonna be fun. And then what are your thoughts on Rockstar Ghost? What do you think about his behavior lately?
I mean, what is it? What? There you go. That's what I think. Tell him.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell
you're
him.
acting like a Rockstar Ghost.
Hey, tell him. Tell him.
Tell him. How could you
Tell him.
do that to your old man? Tell him.
I'm that's your old man. I get the concept. I get the idea. Every man's got to blaze their own trail, but why are you gonna try to walk on your daddy while you do it? So
Right.
he's got
Yeah.
he's
Especially when his dad opened every like avenue for him to be in this position, and he's training him, he's teaching him, he's a role model, he's a great father. It's a great story. It's inspiring. No, he's got to go
Tom,
join this.
Tom is a real thing. Get back is gonna be doing time. He
Yeah.
he's got checks. I don't know if his ass is gonna be able to cash here soon. So
No. Yeah, and I know they got a tag team match this way. I don't know if Swole. I haven't seen Swole on anything announced yet, but I do know Rockstar's in the building with the Reckoning going
yeah,
up against the Stoner Brothers.
yes,
So I'm
yes.
sure Swole won't
Swole,
be too far behind.
that boy's there. Swole definitely gonna be there to Mr. Ass whooping. He's after that boy. He's after Doc. He's after Dave. The new faces of death. They better be running because Swole be coming, man. He's gonna kill them boys. He's gonna
Yeah,
kill
I
them.
also posed this question to Jamie Shark, and since you're a ref, I got to ask you too. What is the deal with Dave Reckoning's mask? How is that legal? Have you seen his doctor's note?
You know, I often ask these managers for their manager's license, and they can't prove their manager's license. I've asked this man for his doctor's note. He can't provide his doctor's note. Wrestling is just out of chaos. There's no organization. There's no regulation. We need to bring back the commissioners. We need to bring back the governing bodies. Get your manager licenses. Get your doctor notes for your chainmail. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how he gets away with it. He must have some sort of doctor's note with the booking committees of all these promotions, but
I mean, is he just that ugly that nobody questions it?
he might be.
Just like,
You know,
please keep that on.
he does grunt a lot, so he might just not want to be seen grunting.
He
Like,
does
oh,
grunt.
I don't need anybody knowing my face while I grunt. So,
But in all seriousness, I love Reckoning. He's great,
oh,
great character, good
he's
crowd.
an amazing athlete, dude. That guy. I look at that dude and I'm just like, he can just run anybody over. That's awesome.
Yeah, 2 minutes into the match, you got the whole crowd out there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's clapping back at him,
yeah.
and all of a sudden he's a baby face,
Dude,
while he's assaulting people.
imagine if that guy goes babyface and he starts selling chainmail masks. 2%, Dave. 2%.
So, what do you don't know what you're calling yet? What you'll be refing, or you don't find out till you get there, basically.
Ref assignments typically get handed out night of, unless there's something going on in regards to I guess peel the curtain back a little bit if like somebody wants a certain ref or something like that. Be like, hey, I really want this guy for a certain match. Like that's happened a lot for me in TWF with Landon. Landon and I, no secret outside of wrestling, Landon and I are friends. So Landon has for significant matches that are emotional to him and mean a lot to him. He's like, hey, I need you to ref this match.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. That's got to
most
feel good.
most of the time I don't know my assignments until I get there, unless it's something like that or like there's a storyline involved.
Yeah, I love Landon, man. He's such a cool guy, man. Such a good, humble guy. Broke my heart when he took that shoulder injury. last time I was there. I was just like, oh, and he was so humble, and he just kept asking me and my family like, how was the match? I'm so sorry we let you down. And I'm just like, dude, like you didn't let nobody down. Like we're so sorry for you. Like come back strong. Like,
Yeah, you
you know, he's
you
such a
were up
just a
there doing
good
your thing.
dude,
You
man.
let anybody down, dude. That guy's awesome. He's humble. He's loving. He's caring.
Yeah.
Me and that dude go way back. We go way back to the early days of TWF in the backyards. So he was a wrestler then. I kind of was involved. I became a ref, and then Rio Mania One was my high school senior project. So that's how I really got involved in wrestling. So
Yeah, so you've been doing this that long, huh? So tell me a
I
little bit about your career, man. How'd you get
my
into this?
roots go back that long. Have I been doing it that long? No. So my roots technically go back to about 2002, 2003 with the TWF backyard era. I took some time away. I came back in around 2007. Was there in TWF doing rough stuff till about the end of 2008, and then was really out of the scene until Landon's comeback match at Rio Mania in 2023. He messaged me. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm coming back out. Come to my show." I dude, I'll be there. I'll support. Hey, dude, come back and ref. You're out your mind, bro. That was 15, 16 years ago. I ain't doing that. I lose my job about 3, 4 weeks later. That refing idea sounds kind of cool. Something to do. Here
I,
we are. Here we are almost 2 years later, and I'm deep back into the scene.
yeah, now you're having debuts here and there, and
I'm
having
I'm working multiple promotions. I've met people I never thought I'd meet. I'm I am getting to ref Jason Hastings' match against Danhausen. Like you go back 18 months ago and tell me that, I will laugh in your face. And now here I am, about to be referee for this big match out in Fresno for one of the big guys in our scene with a national star.
yeah,
Holy shit!
yeah. I'm so excited for that. I still can't believe it. I pinch myself. I'm like, dude, no way is like Jason Hastings is gonna fight Danhausen. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's
Like, sign me up. This is gonna be so much fun.
and then
So
Trip Rogers is gonna get killed by Alex Ace right beforehand. Yay!
yes.
It's gonna be a
Uh,
great match.
so you get to so you already know you're refing that one with
Yeah.
Hastings and
So like I said earlier, sometimes you'll get the brother or matches that are important enough to you. At CWA a couple weeks ago, in Sanger, they were talking about it, and I'm back there, and Hastings was like, "Hey, Shawn, you wanna ref my Danhausen match?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna brother for it, but yes." And he's like, "Well, I'm brothering it for you."
yeah, that is awesome, man. That I can't believe I'm going to see Danhausen. I can't believe I've seen Shelton Benjamin. I can't believe I've already seen these in the indie scene. You know, it's so
Right.
different. Like I've seen him a million times from the 50th row, and it's nothing. You know, but now when I get to see him front and center, get to meet them, talk with them, get to know the person behind them that I've looked up to for 40 years, and now I get to see like on a whole different level. I just love this world, man. It's so many people I still need to meet that are
So many
everywhere, like
people you will
Gangrel.
meet.
Like I can't believe I have a chance to meet that dude one day.
Yeah, so many people you will meet that you never thought you would have met in your life. It's awesome.
Right, Alicia Fox. Like seriously, I stood with Alicia Fox and she said, "I'm the captain now." I almost cried. You know,
Did she? Did, did you
that's
try to?
big responsibility.
Did you try to take her hat?
No, she put it on my head and said, "You're the captain now."
She
And I
gave
was
it to
like,
you.
I got goosebumps and was
That's
like, "Oh my
awesome.
god, that's a big responsibility,
See,
Alicia."
see, my ass would have tried to steal it and have her chase me.
Yeah, yeah. There was too many guys around. They would have caught
Oh,
me.
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
not that brave. I'll take the moment and steal that forever. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
But
Oh, I would
so
have gave it back,
who's
but I just wanted to get chased.
what that?
I said I would have gave it back. I just want to get chased.
Yeah, I would just throw it under the ring and run and make them think I have it. But so who's the biggest star that who was your big one that you met and were like, holy shit, I met this guy.
Uh, since I came back to in the business or overall.
Anytime.
So in 2003, before a Monday Night Raw here in Sacramento, I met Booker T at In and Out.
Oh, nice.
This is right by Arco Arena. And he's a couple years into his WWF run. He was main event champion WCW, and I'm marking out because I'm like, holy shit, Booker T's in that. Look at what able to do. And I'm like, you're Booker T, right? And he's like, yes. And I was like, when's WWE putting the title on you? And he just grins. He's like, I hope soon, kid. Gives me a little nudge and then goes about his way.
That's awesome, Booker T. Yeah, I met a lot of awesome legends when I was young, like at the Selland Arena here in Fresno. They'd come and wrestle and stay at the Holiday Inn across the street, and we'd go. You know, my aunt actually was like the receptionist at the hotel, so she would always just let me and my cousins like have it. Hey, here's where all the wrestlers are on floor 3, or
Yep.
all this shit. So we would just get to run around and meet like Stone Cold. Ringmaster. I met Ringmaster at the bar, the SWAT team. It was that Rumble when Jake and all them SWAT team met me, DiBiase, Yokozuna. Like I just met everybody in like one
Oh, this is
night.
96.
Yeah, 96. Yes, when Shawn won. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Baker and yeah, like if they were at that show, I met them like
You met
somewhere.
him.
I,
That's awesome.
I sat out with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. They were that was actually the next night or no, because I get my so we went to that Fresno Rumble and then we went to the 98 when Stone Cold won the Rumble and threw out Mick Foley when Mick Foley Cactus Jack and all that
Oh,
Rumble that
the three faces.
97. I
That was
think that
98.
7 or 98. Yeah. So we went to that in San Jose, and then we were at the Fresno show the following Monday when Tyson Austin had their big moment, and Triple Eight DX came out and did the sausages and all that shit with the Kiss the Chef.
Kiss
So
the
all
chef.
three of those events, like, I got to meet every single person that was involved at the Holiday Inn, and it was just like Mike Tyson, Stone Cold, everyone. And it was like, wow, this is awesome. And then it never happened again. Like I
Oh,
never had that opportunity again until now. Now I get to meet them again as an adult,
right.
and so I just keep waiting until they come through the indie scene and see who I can just get blessed to have a conversation, about how grateful I am for everything that they gave me as a kid or what all the way through life. Like this world's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun world. It's definitely nice to I guess sometimes it's nice to meet your hero, sometimes it's not so much. Definitely majority of my experiences meeting my heroes though in wrestling has been good, so that's always at least a good thing.
Right. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Like I hear so much. I see Bret Hart being all pissed off all the time, and I'm like, dude, like
You a
I
fuck
get
over.
being bitter because he's like my favorite of all time growing up. But then it's like, and I get that it sucked how his career was just taken from him and how that would make me feel. So I get it, but at the same time, I just feel like he's always bitter about stuff. And it's like, dude, I don't want to know that about you. Like, you're the fucking best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Own that shit. Like, like, I don't know. It's weird, little rant, but.
I didn't know you were the best bitter beer face.
but by all means, fuck Bill Goldberg.
Look, over fucking squash the kid. You you son of a bitch.
Yeah. But yeah. What what else we got? So it's how you enjoying doing the turnbuckle tapes thing, man. It's pretty cool. You and Liam killing it.
Yeah, Liam, I just started a few weeks ago. The Turnbuckle Tapes podcast definitely focuses more in on TWF in the scene. We'll probably expand it a little bit since I do other shows, but it is definitely a more of a focal point on TWF overall. So we get a lot of their roster guys talk about their shows, do their show reviews. This week we kind of had an off week with interviewees and show reviews from TWF. So we did a retro review of WWF WrestleMania 2000. That show is nuts. Um, but it's been fun. It's definitely helped my overall mental health. while I say wrestling has helped overall helped my mental health, is definitely not helped my financial health, which it is what it is.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes.
I think that's the case of most people in professional wrestling. There's not a lot of money here. You're doing it because you love it, not because you're here to make money. Um, but it's helped my mental health. I'm enjoying giving back to a scene that's given me renewed mental health and renewed hope, for lack of a better term. I mean, like,
Yeah. Saved my life too. Gave me
uh,
something to live for. You know.
we'll 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 pull peel the curtain a little bit back on Shawn. Business management degree and or bachelor's in business management, 100K in debt. Haven't used that bachelor's degree for a job. Uh, Worked at a dispensary for 3 years, kept them open during the pandemic, took on additional responsibilities. When I asked for a raise, I was told I don't fit in and show them the door. Um, I've had cops take my jobs. So I really have a bunch of trust issues in regard to like career and like life progression, for lack of a better term, because that degree hasn't done anything for me. And it's funny, and my therapist finds it funny that I'm in this business which is built on trusting the other person you are in the ring with. And I
Right.
have all these crazy trust issues outside of wrestling. Like, so it's helping renew my trust in people. So I'm thankful for this scene. It is helping me externally as well as internally.
Yeah, I hear you. Same thing. I mean, it's built me completely from being like. I mean, I'm still very shy, which is very weird because I'm not shy, but I'm very like I'm withdrawn, and I like I'll go talk to somebody and I want to know them, and then I immediately feel uncomfortable, like I'm wasting their time. And then I'll just like kill a conversation in the middle of a sentence and just walk away very awkwardly, because I get in my head so much. But when it comes to wrestling, it's like, dude, like just I'm a sponge. You talk to me about anything, I can talk all day. Just off of our bond of wrestling is all it takes. But with anyone else, I have the same trust issues. Like I feel like I don't belong. We're gonna talk hot rods. Okay, 30 seconds, I'll be fucking over there doing something else. I don't have anything to offer all of these other genres, but when it comes to wrestling, it's natural, and trust issues. But with wrestling, it's like where you get betrayed all the time. Like you've been taught, you know, heel turns, and no wonder we have trust issues, because we never know when someone's going to heel turn on our ass.
Yeah. Like I would rather know my heel turn is scripted and planned than having it happen to me and I have to deal with the repercussions of this heel turn real life. Like, oh,
Yeah. Well, anything else you wanted to tell? I know you've had a busy day. I've had a busy day. I feel like I've been talking to my phone for about 17 hours.
oh yeah, I've definitely been talking into a screen for 4 hours now. I had training earlier today. I got to still upload training for the boys so they can go see it. That's one thing I've taken on responsibility at the Pro Wrestling Academy. Eric Dennis was doing the oh yeah, peel back of the screen. Eric Dennis, the bad guy, was doing this for a while. But I got a new phone and I said as soon as I get a new phone, I'll start doing it so you don't have to worry about it so much. So I got myself a new phone, fancy new phone. It's got a fancy good camera, and I was like, I'll start being the guy that records all of our trainings. So we record every training session we have, so we can go back and watch it and
Dude,
nitpick.
that's awesome. I was gonna ask Justin or anybody if I lived closer. I was gonna ask them like, "Hey, you guys, would it be okay if I came in there and just filmed a session and put it on the channel just to give advertisement, or And then I was like, I wonder if they do that. It's probably frowned upon. I'm sure it's like all top secret shit. So it's cool to know that you guys do that.
I I would say your idea isn't necessarily as frowned upon as you think. I think it just needs certain things in place to be like, don't film that, film this kind of thing.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
common
I
sense.
think your
Okay.
idea is fine. I think any school should actually, we probably should do that. Any school should just welcome you in and let you basically make a commercial for their school.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And if it happens to take off like a women's match, hey, then you got 100.
That's what advertisement is advertisement, content is content. All these schools are trying to get their name out. I mean, I had an idea shot down recently by a couple of wrestlers where I kind of like I was watching a bunch of Ring of Honor versus CZW from 2006, and I was like, why don't we do student wars? Why don't these fucking schools start quote unquote talking shit about each other online and then like invade a student show like CZW did with Ring of Honor?
Right.
A lot of bullshit behind it. I thought it was a good idea. It won't work, but
Yeah, it won't work because the real egos will come into play big time. I have a hard
lot
enough time
of
navigating this world, and I don't work for anyone, you know.
lot of
And
shit behind it.
I'll be
But
like, I'll be talking to a wrestler, and I'll be like, oh yeah, and then my favorite wrestler, so and so, and then that wrestler just like shuts down, walks away, like, oh, I don't like you, you fuck with that guy. It's like, whatever, dude. We're all like, I don't want to pick a side. I want to like everybody, and if y'all can't get along, then fuck both of you. Like,
I'm here.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
here.
find people that want to be together. And
Landon and I put it this way when in a conversation: we're here to do cool wrestling shit. Whatever else happens, happens. We're just here to do cool wrestling shit.
that's
Uh,
it.
but I thought it was a good idea. I still think it's a good idea. I feel like these schools need to, my school, any school needs to keep promoting itself more. 209 Dragons Den does a good job of it. Ugly does a good job of it. SVW does a good job of it. I see Oasis promoting all the time. We do a good job promoting it. We just need like I think the promotion needs to turn more from like, hey, check out this picture and come check out a training to like open houses and like commercials, like you're saying, like footage of like you can be this pro wrestler here, come train here, and just
Yeah,
show
and just to compare, like if go
yeah,
record 10 minutes of you guys training, 10 minutes of ugly training, 10 minutes, and just put it all together, and you make the choice. Which one of these fits you in
yeah.
one video, you know?
There's so many options in schools here. It's crazy. Um, like convenience for me is a big factor of why I train at the Pro Wrestling Academy. I'm 5 minutes away. I know that's a big factor for some of the other guys too, where they train. Other guys specifically will choose specific schools because they want to train under certain people. I know a couple of the people up here in Sacramento drive down to Lodi for the church to train at the Dragon's Den. Even though there's a couple schools technically closer to them, they want to work under Michael Shawn. They want to work under Freeman. They want to work under CJ. They want to work under Hernandez when he's here. So everyone has their reasons for the school they're at. It's these schools should be trying to appeal more to get new people in.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's a good idea. We should come up with something.
I'm
We'll
down.
put our heads together, and I'll throw it on my channel and give advertisement to all of them because, like I've always said from the beginning, I'm here to bring all of
Liam,
it together.
Liam and I would definitely be down to help on this kind of a project we've discussed about something similar with the schools, about
Awesome.
doing something like highlighting all of the schools in the area.
Yeah, we should.
So we definitely like team up and make this a team project.
Yes, that'd be cool. We should do that anyway on
Yeah,
many things.
we'll figure
I,
something out for sure. But I like actually making a team product towards the schools itself. I think that would be like fun.
yeah, and if
Like
we can have like a team project where you and Liam create like a border for my podcast and teach me how to do all the stupid shit I don't already know, that would be an awesome team project
dude, don't
because
you
this is the
don't want
most
to go on
basic,
Liam. I don't
generic
know what I'm doing.
conversation.
I just filled the void, brother.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Why don't you have a border?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm barely having a conversation. Like, cut me a fucking break."
We don't have a I don't think no we don't have a border on our podcast. It's just a
Oh
recording
no,
of
I'm thinking of the other guys. Then the guys that came on, Zach Reeb and Paul
you want
Isadora.
to
I checked their
yeah
shit out, and I'm
our
like,
shit's not high tech. We just use Skype. Are you kidding me?
yeah, I'm like, dude, these guys, like, and when I had them on, and they were like, you know, I was like, man, you guys are so much more advanced than me. This is just weird. I feel so weird, just like just bottom of the barrel, like you guys are laughing at me. And they're like, dude, we're just starting this too. I'm like, well, that just made it worse. Like, you guys are just starting, and you already are professional, and but obviously, I'm sure they
Hey,
have more money and time to put into it as well. So
that word you just said, professional, subjective.
true.
That word's subjective. What's
That is
professional
true.
to one in one place is unprofessional to another in another place.
That's true. And all I'm trying to do is have a conversation and get to know you guys. So I got to get
Uh,
out of my
uh,
head about all
hey,
the shits and
all,
giggles.
all I'm trying to do is have a good time with these conversations. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming. I'm gonna let you
Of
go. It's
course.
already been
Thank
40
you.
minutes.
Dude, thank you for the time. It flew by. A lot of screen staring, but it's been the fastest screen staring in quite some time for me today.
All right. Well, I
Now,
want to have you on, and I want to review some shit.
yeah.
Let's
Well,
review some shows. It'd be fun.
what I have an idea about. Are you familiar with Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yeah. Yes. Oh my
So
God, you're
I
right
want
up
to,
my alley.
I want to MST3K some of the local shows.
Yes. Yes. I want my little shadow down there with the alien.
Exactly, dude. There's a little shadow
And
pointing up
just
at the
us
screen.
just fucking ripping. And I know you can't have the audio on most of that shit, right? That's the problem because it'll just get fucking copyrighted like a month. So you got to have it muted. So I think it'd be fun as hell to just put on a pay per view and then we just do what, like exactly like what they did. They would make the movie about something completely different with their stupid remarks. You
Change the
know,
entire story just with
yeah, just change
our
it to
dialogue
something
over.
where it's just us goofing around and I think it'd be on to something. But
There are ways to do both options without getting the I almost dropped everything. Without getting the copyright strike, which we can talk about later.
all right, well, yeah, let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
let's get our heads together, and I'll see you Saturday night. Looking forward to
Saturday
seeing
night,
you.
WrestlePlex. Be there at 6:30 here in Sacramento because we got some dark matches that you will not see on Zevo TV. Thursday Night Throwdown. We're having a couple dark matches. Um, I'll give you a little announcement. We got Judas and Tommy in one of the dark matches. They're teaming up again. That's a little late breaking news I have for you. You'll see
Judas
Judas
and
and
who?
Tommy Castellino as a
Oh,
team again in our dark matches.
oh, okay. I was
I
gonna
don't know
ask.
who they're working. All I know is they'll be teaming again. So
Okay, and I know I didn't see
a little bit of news there. That's
the
why you see
bad man. I didn't see him on the flyer
he,
either, but I'm guessing he'll be there because he
he's
seems to
gonna
be
be he's gonna be with Commodore and the crew.
okay.
He's bugged with the crew. He's
Awesome.
he's being the social media degenerate he is and putting his bad man logo onto every Commodore post he can. So
Yeah, he's good. I'm looking forward to seeing him because he's pretty much brand new too, right? Like the
yeah,
last.
he made his debut against Jamie Shark a couple months ago.
Yeah,
So he's our newest official debut out of the Wrestling Academy.
yeah, that's what I thought. And he's good, man. He's got it. I think he's got that rugged, believable, street tough. Like he ain't gonna play around. He ain't here to fucking make friends. I buy
So
it.
the way the graduation thing works at the Pro Wrestling Academy and Next Level Pro Wrestling is when you have your first one-on-one televised match for Zebo, that's when you've officially graduated. So, like for example, even though I was in the Rumble last month, I have not officially graduated.
Because
So
and that has to be on TV, right?
I can't. As far as the school is concerned, I'm not allowed to take wrestling bookings yet until I make that debut with us with Next Level. After that, the school doesn't care if I take wrestling bookings that much. Or after that, they don't care where I take bookings or who I take bookings with, where I work. They only care about you make your pro debut at Next Level.
So your pro debut is your graduation ceremony, basically.
Essentially, and Eric had his beating Jamie a couple months ago.
Okay. Well, so any idea? Are you getting close? Do you know?
I There is two factors that are keeping me from being there. One, I need more reps. I need more reps.
Right.
I'm too good at rep to lose right now. And two is I am closer than I think is what I've been told, but I personally kind of want to finish out one more year of training before I debut, but that's my own personal view. If they tap on the shoulder and give me the go ahead before then, I'll go for it, but I wouldn't mind taking the rest of the year to finish up and improving things.
Yeah, you're a great ref. Don't believe all my boos. You're one of my
Oh, I
favorites.
don't
Every
believe
time.
anybody. But anybody who boos me, you know what? You're doing your job. If I'm not getting booed as a ref, I'm a little worried. So boo me.
Yeah, every time I see you, man, it's a pleasure, Shawn. Love you,
No, I
brother.
appreciate
One of
it,
my
Andy. I love you,
favorites.
brother. Thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate you. I will see you Saturday night, and I cannot wait to hear you booing my dumbass again.
It'll happen. All
All right,
right.
brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be safe.
You as well.